Hey guys, real quick, we had some technical difficulties for this episode. Brad's recording equipment on his end was a little bit shot for this episode, so we apologize for the inconvenience. Also, please follow us on all of our social medias. Leave a like, leave a comment, follow, subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are back with episode 20 of the Casual Drink and Play podcast. We have myself, Tim. We got Mr. Brad. Then we got Anthony.
What up?
And in hype of the new Spiderman No Way Home, we're just gonna I guess talk about the movie in general. Any predictions, theories, what we're looking forward to, all that fun shit.
And we're
Uh,
about 2 weeks
okay.
out.
Right? Yeah. It's December 1st, comes out coming out
basically 2
roughly
weeks.
pretty soon. So, did you guys have a hard
Yes.
time getting tickets?
It
Good.
it was insane for me because it was
Mm.
the AMC and AMC and Fandango kept crashing on me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Now,
But
were you getting them at midnight when it went live?
Yeah, it came out 11 o'clock our time, like on the
yeah,
dot. And that's when all the movie websites like started to shut down
yeah,
because
it
there's
was
too many
insane.
people jumping on trying to get seats.
You guys are.
There was
Anthony said he's getting.
Sorry, go ahead.
You got tickets for opening night, like the midnight showing, right?
Uh, yeah, I'm seeing it on Thursday.
Is that when
You're
that
in the day
midnight
before,
showing
right?
thing,
The Thursday.
or-
No, it's like midnight showing used to be the cool thing, but now you can see I've seen like I saw the Justice League I think Wednesday, like 2 days before it came out. Like that's how I mean because of COVID, it hasn't really been like that recently. But before COVID, you could see the movies like up to like 2 days early.
Was it the speaking of Justice League? Was it the stupid theatrical cut or the Snyder cut? Oh.
Oh, it was theatrical, Anthony. Snyder cut, and this was a couple years ago.
Talk about DC,
But let's not get
Spider-Man.
let's not get off
I
track
know,
real
I
quick.
know. I know. I just wanted to ask and get that
Yeah,
off
fuck off
my chest.
DC.
Not,
Brad,
Oh, am I?
I got you.
Get
Brad, you're
closer
also
to the
just a tad bit
microphone.
quiet.
How's that? Am I sounding any better? Okay, cool. Nah, yeah, I'll just sit closer. I've got
Yeah,
my
there you go.
sound
That's much
guy
better. Thank
who's
you.
gonna help me figure out all my shit tomorrow. So this is the last day with my current sound setup. But
Oh, nice.
I was just thinking of a joke for
Oh,
getting
very
back on the
nice, very
Spider-Man
nice.
topic. Everybody pull out your J. Jonah Jameson mustaches, because I want pictures of Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Man is still British.
Parker, God damn it, where the fuck are you? I want pictures of Spider-Man.
and I'm still in charge $100.
when when she when she sends nudes, but wants pictures of Spider-Man.
I'm still up on his
Bring me Spider. God, J.K.
yeah,
Simmons
hands
is like
down.
the perfect casting.
Powerhouse.
Like for any comic book movie, he's like spot on. God, like I was a little bit scared with this new universe. Like I was like, all right, I feel like they're definitely gonna get a J. Jonah
Yeah,
Jameson,
thank
but
God,
the question is
because
who.
no one can match
Thankfully,
that
they got
character
JK back.
perfectly,
Yeah.
besides JK.
Just imagine the writers' room or like the decision board for
Oh, yeah.
when they were casting the second MCU Spider-Man. They're like, okay, we want to have J. Jonah Jameson have a small part in this movie. What should we do? And somebody just busts in coked out of their mind. Like, guys, I was talking to Sony. They're gonna let us do the thing. Wait, what do you mean? They're gonna let us bring the universes together. What? No, that's for the third movie. That what we're talking about the second movie. No, guys, we can get J.K. to be J. Jonah Jameson. It's the setup, and everyone's minds are just blown.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Yeah. That's Hollywood, baby.
Is everyone Disney's just doing coke and losing their minds?
Yeah.
That's the biz.
So what are we most excited for? Or like, what do you want out of this Spider-Man movie?
Well, mostly it was just the seeing every single villain.
So you go ahead, Anthony.
Both Maguire and Garfield's universes coming into this one, but overall, I just hope we hopefully get to see Toby and Andrew in the movie as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Do you have any concerns that Toby and Andrew aren't going to be in the movie? Like, is there any percentage of your mind where you're like, they're not going to show up?
Maybe like a third. There's like a small part of me that thinks they're not going to show up, or at least not to like the very end in a sense.
Yeah.
Like when they're all like there's that big battle at a construction site.
So
Yeah.
you're expecting
Like that.
them to
Like
show up,
part of that's something they're gonna like swing in.
last minute. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Basically,
the third,
how they did it with
like the third act of the movie.
Avengers Endgame, like have everyone come in at like the third act, I think.
We're gonna have the Spider-Man portal scene.
Yeah, that would be really cool
Yeah.
to see.
I wonder how that's gonna look though, because honestly, from the trailers, you see everyone show up, but you don't see how they show up. They kind of just
Lizard,
arrive.
You've got Electro, and you've got Sandman. There's
Yeah, and-
no way Green Goblin's not gonna be there.
correct.
Yeah,
Right?
Green Goblin would probably be there because in the trailers you see
Right.
him in a new suit and he's flying towards Spider-Man.
That's something I kind of want to. That's like a topic I want to touch on later. There's like Green Goblin's new drip, his new outfit.
One of the movie guys. If you want to touch on that now, we can, or if you want to save that for a bit.
Mm.
Just remind me later.
We could probably save that for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we've got our 4 villains.
Yeah.
The thing is the Sinister Six, so we're still down 1.
Right.
Well, we're still down 2. Doc Ock.
Well,
Yeah, I'm thinking Doc Ock's not going to be a
okay, because that's the question. Like, is Doc Ock really gonna be a villain though? Because, like, I feel like we are gonna see that's like the Sinister Six, but maybe not fight the Sinister Six in a sense. Because the question is, like,
Yeah.
I mean, there might not even be like a sixth, a sixth villain. You know, it's like, all right, here's 5 of them. But considering, I feel like Disney's pretty good when it comes to the comic books, they're gonna add maybe a surprise villain in a sense. According to Google, Tom Hardy is cast in the movie as Eddie Brock, but I kind of doubt that they're gonna put Venom
Plus,
and Spider-Man this this early on.
Yeah, and plus I keep on hearing that apparently Troy Cox's Daredevil is supposed to make an appearance in this too. Even though we don't know.
Which he probably won't show up
Mhm.
as Daredevil. He'll probably just show up as
Yeah, probably.
Thank you for saying his name. I was gonna say Matthew Mercer.
As like Matt Murdock.
Matthew Murphy. Leon S. Kennedy.
No, I mean it's yeah. No, I'll blame you if you said that.
But yeah, he's probably gonna be.
Mhm.
A lot of people were theorizing that Daredevil was gonna be his representation, because it looks like Peter is gonna be dealing with the police and dealing with some
Like,
lawsuits.
mm. Well, because there's a scene in a trailer where he's sitting in like interrogation room, and you see a guy come up with papers in a briefcase and like slam it on a desk, and it's a guy with like a rolled up. He's like wearing like a dress shirt with rolled up sleeves, and I think that was Daredevil's look in the
That
TV show.
Scene, I remember the scene. Peter was saying how Mysterio died, and he's like, the drone shot him. And it's like, which you now control, or which you own. So that was your property. You still killed him inadvertently. Or like, that's the insinuation. The dude was like, yeah, who owns the drone? You do. And legally, or at least to my limited legal knowledge, yeah, that sounds kind of concrete. Like, which obviously having a trained professional badass superhero lawyer would make sense. You're like, nah. Your logic does not work. This is comic book superhero logic.
Not
Let
on
me
my
show you why
watch.
you're wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Brad, what are you looking forward to in this movie?
Just more multiverse stuff. I've really been excited because, like, Loki hinted at the multiverse with breaking the timeline. Scarlet Witch, WandaVision hinted at it with her, like, fucking with
WandaVision
and like portals and stuff, and hearing her kids' voices, and they had Quicksilver, which that was.
They also had Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. Yeah. Yeah, that fucking sucks. But we don't get sidetracked because I could go on. I could go on hours about that.
I was
but anyways, the multiverse.
There was talk of what if Tom Holland doesn't come back to be Spider-Man, and like he gets pulled out of the MCU into a live-action Spider-Verse, like a Sony Spider-Verse, and we get like a new Peter Parker who's still technically the same Peter Parker, but he looks different because they got a different actor. But the report said that Tom's gonna be on for a few more movies. He's not done being Spider-Man yet, so it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, because I think it was his new contract was supposed to end with No Way Home, but then like this morning or yesterday, Sony made a deal for for another trilogy with Tom Holland, which I'm excited to see. As I was saying, there's the theory that with Doctor Strange saying they're coming and I can't stop them at the end, there's a theory that what he is referring to are other multiverses or other universes smashing in and colliding with the MCU.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's how we're gonna get the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's a really easy way
The
to
X-Men.
just say, oh, hey, yeah, they've
I believe
existed
it.
in their own timelines. Now they exist here because of Spider-Man shenanigans.
Yeah. And plus,
yeah,
and plus, we are getting Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Sorry, go ahead.
We are getting that. That's gonna be that's directed by Sam Raimi. So.
That's gonna be fucking intense. Yeah. I wonder if fuck.
I keep on hearing that he's
Who's
supposed
Ash
to
from
make
Evil Dead? Bruce
cameo
Campbell. I wonder
or
if Bruce
something.
Campbell's gonna be in that movie.
Bruce Campbell in every Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
He was in the so he was in the first Spider-Man. He was the ring announcer. In the second movie, he was the guy at Mary Jane's theater, Like he's like, oh, you gotta fix your tires,
Yeah.
tie your shoes. And in
Yeah,
and in Spider-Man 3, he was like
apparently,
the French
like
waiter.
when they were gonna do Spider-Man 4, uh, they they were gonna reveal that Bruce Campbell was Mysterio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that like Spider-Man 4 is essentially gonna be he was Quentin Beck.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Um, th- that'll be fucking badass. I think the one thing I'm excited to look for in No Way Home is honestly, like, it's like I want to say Spider-Man, but I'm like, okay, that like, oh, sorry, like Tobey Maguire, because like a lot of people, like
Oh
he was like
yeah,
near and dear to my
yeah,
heart.
definitely.
I'm excited to see
Be allowed to
Electro,
be Electro
like
now.
Jamie Foxx, because that's like. That came out of left field when the casting was announced, because I
Yeah, it
think
was
he
Jamie
was
Foxx
it was
that was
him or Alfred
first
Molina that was
cast,
first
and
casted
then
like for the
a couple
movie.
months later it was Alfred Molina.
Yeah. And like I do like how with the special effects like
Solo's
for
suit looks
this No
really
Way Home
good.
Electro, he has like that yellow mask in a sense.
You know what? He actually looks kinda
He looks
similar to
awesome.
the aesthetic of the Vulture and his crew from Homecoming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus he
Oh
kind
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
has that look, kind of
Yeah.
like in the Spider-Man game, as well, kind of. Yes. Yeah.
The PS4 one, right?
And I
Yeah, yeah, I can see like sort of the
PS4
outfit.
Spider-Man game because I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh man.
If they ever put it on
It,
PC, I'm getting it. I just
it's
gotta
pretty
wait 4
good.
years.
I hope so, because it's a nice
Yeah.
original story and it has an original villain too, Mr. Negative. Um, fuck, I had another question. Uh, I haven't seen memes with Electro because he's wearing Tim's as like his shoes, and it's like you done creased my Tim's, Spider-Man. Now you gotta die, and like zaps him. You creased my Timbs, you creased my Yeezys, you creased my Jordans, you gotta
Their
go.
shoes. Slippers.
I mean, I didn't mind
Well, it was
Electro in
basically
Spider-Man
the
2. Make
ultimate
Spider-Man 2, how you look like Dr.
Electro look
Manhattan in a
from
sense.
Ultimate Spider-Man. I didn't mind that look either, but
Yeah.
I like this new one better.
Uh,
Did not watch Amazing Spider-Man, so everyone getting excited about like, oh,
That's the
Andrew's
one-
gonna come back. I'm sitting here like, okay. Did not watch the Andrew Garfields.
oh, you haven't seen the Andrew Garfield movies?
Okay.
The first one is honestly really good. I say it's like probably the third best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Going like with my list, it goes Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and then Amazing Spider-Man. I've lately I've had Nicole because we're trying to catch up on some of those movies. So she had recently watched it. I forgot to ask her what she thought about it, but she was also on her phone during the movie. So
Are you watching them on like DVD?
she wasn't like 100% there, but she was there.
Oh,
On like the Microsoft Store, like Xbox, like pay like $3 to
where is
rent
it
it.
streaming? 'Cause I want to.
I don't have it on DVDs.
1 and 2.
I know Stars. They have their own streaming service. I think you get like a free month subscription and watch a handful of those movies on the Stars streaming service.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean Spider-Man 2. It's not. I mean, it's not
Like the-
amazing.
pretty much like the
But it's not-
least.
it's like the-
favorite of all the Spider-Man movies.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you can still watch
Yeah.
it just to catch up, but
There's good
you know,
characters
you're
though.
probably not gonna like enjoy it as much.
Oh, you see, you underestimate my power.
Yeah,
I
I'd
can
say
destroy
that's
many,
probably most.
many bad movies.
Yeah. To be
Don't try it.
To be fair, my least favorite Spider-Man movie, this might be controversial, is Spider-Man Homecoming. It's like I like Michael Keaton in it. He's really
I really
good.
like
I think
it,
other than
but
that, I
it's
think the movie
pretty
kind of
silly.
sucked. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I understand why people like. I guess this
Yeah,
wasn't for
Jake
me.
Gyllenhaal.
But Far From Home is one of the best
Jake
Spider-Man
Gyllenhaal
movies
rides
ever
the
with
AJ.
Mysterio.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially, it's kind of funny because
Yeah, it was
he was initially almost casted as
yeah, it
Spider-Man
was back
for
when
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 was
Because,
supposed to like go
sorry, go ahead,
into
Anthony.
filming production, and Tobey Maguire wasn't available because of some back injury or something, and they were gonna replace him with Jake Gyllenhaal, but that didn't happen.
Well, from what I heard and understood, Tom McGuire, I think
Oh,
he wanted more money, but he couldn't, so he faked a back injury, so he couldn't do it. So then they casted Jake Gyllenhaal, but then he's like, Tom McGuire's like, no, okay. He's like, all right, I'm better. I feel much better now. And what's funny is that because there is that scene where he's like, my back, my back. That was scripted, like that was like that was put in before the movie. But I guess there's a small Easter egg in Spider-Man 2 where it's a newspaper clipping saying, "Can back injury cause
brain
a
shortage.
shortage of brain or like a brain shortage?"
Uh,
Trying to be like, "Hey man, you're an
I still
idiot."
find it hilarious when
You're trying to fake a
J.
back
Jonah
injury.
Jameson and Spider-Man 2 was trying to come up with a name for Doc Ock, and he's asking Ted Raimi. He's just like, okay, what do we call this guy? Doctor Octopus. No, that's crap. Science Squid. No. Doctor Strange. That's good, but it's taken. Then he just says Doctor Octopus.
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I was just going like, oh, I like it. Yes.
Can you admit? Let's go ahead, Brad. Can you just imagine it being like a comic book nerd back then is hearing that, and then it's like the young adults or the adults or the
Strange.
teenagers
Oh
in
my
2004
god.
like freaking their like they're freaking their shit. Actually, I saw a TikTok earlier this morning in the novelization of Spider-Man 2. So the scene where they're at Doc Ock's laboratory and he's like testing out like his like the Doc Ock arms and the fucking sun. And there's that scene with the lady. She's like, "Hey, couldn't this go haywire? Is this bad?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, there's this inhibitor chip. You guys know what I'm talking about?" So in the novelization in that scene, that doctor is replaced with Hank Pym, Ant Man. And when everything goes to shit, Peter had noticed that Hank Pym had disappeared.
Huh.
Then once everything was fine, he had just magically reappeared. Like implying that he went small, tried to maybe help with some people, and then kind of came back to size.
Interesting.
I'm like, shit, I need to pick up a copy now and kind of read that part. But so back to No Way Home.
Theories and such.
Brad, you had something.
They're going with the Green Goblin's new
Yes.
fancy outfit. One of the movie guys on TikTok posed the theory of what
Mhm.
if the longer that these characters exist in the MCU, the more MCU-ified they become. So like, not
Oh,
how interesting,
like accurate they would be.
Doc Ock, he starts off on the bridge
Well, like,
with his Raimi Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock arms. But then we see partway through the trailer, they turn red and they look kind of Starky. And it's like,
oh,
what's
that turns
going on
red.
here? What is that?
Yeah, because because in the trailer you see Doc Ock's
Yeah.
arms wrap around Spider-Man while he's in the Iron Spider suit. So he probably the arms probably absorb
Mm-hmm.
the tech that the Iron Spider suit is made of and upgrading.
I've heard that too. Yeah, the arms are like upgrading.
Yeah, like
But no, I
that's why
totally
they
dig the idea
belong
that
to
the
the
longer they stay in the
universe.
universe,
Like that would make
like they
perfect sense
physically
with
start
Electro.
changing.
Like what if the first scene we get with Electro, he's blue still, but then he goes away for like 10 minutes and like we're doing other scenes and like
Mm.
2 days have gone by and suddenly he is cool yellow suit Jamie Foxx Electro. And it's like, whoa, what happened
He's Jamie
here?
Foxx.
Weren't you blue the like Peter yells like, weren't you blue yesterday? And it's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah.
I like it. Zap. And
I don't
Peter's
know
like,
what's going on.
ha, I've
Zap.
been struck by lightning before. Really? Yeah, Thor. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if so Thomas Hayden Church has been recast as Sandman, and the actor for the Lizard has been recasted for being the Lizard. But like, are they gonna be in like their like? I guess I guess what I'm trying to get at is the guy with the lizard. Like, is he gonna be Dr. Kirk Connors, or is he gonna be Lizard the entire
Yeah.
duration of the
Knocked
movie?
back into being Kurt Connors.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't see that happening. Like, I picture he's only there just for that final fight. Like, hey, what's up? I'm a lizard. I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And then he gets his
And
ass
plus,
kicked
in the
by
first
nothing,
trailer, you did
apparently,
see
according to a Brazilian
Peter in
trailer.
some hallway, and then Lizard like lunges at him, but something's blocking him. So he's probably going to be just a lizard
Mm,
for
right.
the entire movie, I guess. And then probably switch back to Kurt Connors.
Which, going along with
Yeah.
what we saw in the trailer, that
Right.
that could be explained away by remember partway through the trailer, Doc Ock and Doctor Strange say all of these villains are apparently here shortly before they die at the hands of Spider-Man. Like that's because in the trailer it says all of them die, and Peter's like, no, how? And it's like, I'm sorry, kid. They die because
Right.
of Spider-Man or something, but it's implied that they die fighting Spider-Man, and Peter then does his 180, which
Right.
is the most Peter thing to do. He wants to protect everybody, even his villains. So he's like, I'm not gonna let them die. I'm gonna do what I can to save them, and
Mm-hmm.
that could explain the Lizard being
Mm-hmm.
the way he is. He's way past where he was in Amazing Spider-Man, and like being able to turn back into Kurt Connors. He might have gone full feral at this point, where he can't turn back.
Yeah,
Right.
probably.
I'm still expecting Venom to show up
Maybe.
at
Hopefully.
least once or twice.
Yeah, maybe.
I imagine that might be like the end credit. Is that we see we see
Yeah.
like we'll see Tom
And probably
Hardy
bump
kind of show up
into
in like New
Peter
York
or
and like
something.
hear
Be
like
like,
the Venom voice.
do I know you? No.
And then Venom's head comes out. It's like, I am your biggest fan.
Yeah.
He's like, I
probably
want to
just,
lick your face.
Probably just go back to that hotel scene at the post-credit scene of Let There Be Carnage. And Eddie would probably just come out, be like, okay, where the hell am I right now?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell am I? You're in New York. I wasn't
Yeah.
in New York.
I was in San Francisco. I was having a vacation. I wonder if it'll hint at any future Spider people.
Like, there's
Like
no
if we'll
way
see
we're
like a
getting
Spider Gwen or a Miles
Spider-Gwen
Morales.
in the MCU, not for another like 10 years. But Miles, that's a theory because they're
Mm-hmm.
setting up Young Avengers characters,
That would be cool.
and Miles is part of the Young Avengers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. Yeah, because
yeah,
Yeah,
Kate Bishop, I think, is one of the members. I think she's the Hawkeye of the Young
that sounds
Avengers.
correct
I
though.
mean, I could be wrong.
yeah, it
I
does.
sound. What do I know?
But we got her. She's in Hawkeye right now. Which
Yeah.
have you been watching week to week, or are you watching Hawkeye? Eh,
Yeah, I haven't watched the new episode
Yes,
yet,
sir.
so don't
okay.
spoil anything.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
watched
okay. Because
half
I
of
was
it
hoping you
on my
guys
lunch
watching we
break
could talk
today,
about it.
and
But
I
that's
just
okay.
watched the other half before this. But it was really fun. It was really cool. But
mm.
aside from that, actually, that
Mm.
gives even more credence to connections with other stuff. But regardless, we're here to talk about Spider-Man. Uh, crap, what was I gonna say?
Yes,
Um, I don't know. I lost it.
I think it had something to do with Miles Morales or something.
Yes.
that's all right.
If they if they do introduce Miles,
Yeah.
I really I really hope he's just like a natural like naturally occurring Miles Morales. Like we get to see him get the powers. I know we already saw that in Spider Verse, but I want Spider Verse to stay its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Spider Verse to be muddled with the MCU, and
Definitely.
also
Right.
it's animated.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but uh, if we see Miles
Right.
get his powers and actually get trained by Tom Holland, Peter Parker, because that. Oh God.
Well, sorry, bud. Well, because I could picture like Tobey Maguire kind of be
Yeah.
like a little older Spider-Man and kind of teaching like a Miles Morales. That's how I could see it. Because I feel like
But
Tom
we're
Holland, like,
talking
because
a
he's
little later
supposed to still
down
be
the
in high
line
school.
where, because I'm seeing
Oh
if we
yeah, not for a
use
while.
Spider Verse as a like it just as a basic blueprint, Tom is on his way to becoming prime Spider Man within the next few years, next few movies. Whereas
Right.
Toby, if say Toby and Andrew stick around and exist as Spider People, which I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. I don't think they're gonna just you guys exist in the MCU now. I feel like that's gonna complicate things even more. But if they go along with, oh no, yeah, we jump a few years in the
Mm-hmm.
future. Tom Holland, Peter Parker is finally on his way to being like Spider Man. He's not tiny Tony Stark. He's himself. He's getting everything under control. Then Miles
Yeah.
comes in and we get that dynamic like from the video game. We get that dynamic that we were promised in Spider-Verse of I'm going to train you and you're going to be great.
Yeah.
Right. Because we got that. Speaking of the PS4 Spider-Man, because in that story or in that game you play as Miles Morales, but he's not Spider-Man. Like he's like human, if that makes sense.
And then in the
And like he
sequel
doesn't
or
get like bit
DLC
until
or
like the very
whatever
end of the
it
game, which was kind of
you're
cool.
Miles Morales when Peter is on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, don't
Yeah.
do
Oh
it.
yeah. I was afraid. I was like,
Don't you
shit,
dare.
they're gonna kill off Peter Parker. uh, um, the one thing, like, like if there's any like nitpicking we want to have for the movie so far, I'm not a big fan of the new outfit for Green Goblin, like the goggles and the hood. This I don't know, just something about it that just this
Yeah, it
sucks.
looks a
Like
little
it's
too
not like
high-tech.
cool. It's not menacing.
Oh man.
Yeah,
If they
it could be Stark.
could get Robert Downey Jr. to play like Green Goblin, Iron Man, Iron Goblin.
Oh, geez.
That would just be silly.
That would be intense.
Yeah, it would just kind of just kill the movie right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
Yeah.
happy Robert Downey Jr. can
No, well,
relax
go ahead, Red.
and doesn't need to be involved in the MCU nearly as much as he was. Yeah.
Because he was looking to leave like as soon as possible. He's like, because I think in an interview, he's like, I've been doing this for like 10 years. Like, I kind of want to be done.
Is like as an AI just doing some voice acting for Ironheart. Just teaching Riri.
Right.
Oh no, yeah. Here's a whole bunch of
That'd be cool.
Stark stuff. I'll pal around with you and knock ideas off of you, but I'm an AI and I have no plans on becoming a synthezoid like Vision. So. Anthony, were you gonna say something? I cut you off.
Right.
I think it was
Nah,
about the whole Green Goblin thing. I'm just glad it was Willem Dafoe again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely.
Alongside
Willem-
with perfect casting.
Because Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, he's
Like,
perfect, and
Good.
he just plays a perfect villain.
with a useless fact for the first Spider-Man movie, for the first one. So when he's Norman Osborn, Willem Dafoe had to wear prosthetic teeth to make his teeth look nice and perfect in a sense. But when he's Green Goblin, his teeth are his his natural teeth. They're kind of crooked a little bit. Kind of like show like I guess there's like a difference between Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. My question is, so say we go along with this theory that the longer these villains or whoever stays in this MCU, they start to change. I wonder if Norman Osborn will get the waves, like in his hairline, because I think that's what he had in the comic books and in the old TV, the anime TV show. So his hair was kind of wavy in a sense.
Yeah, where it looked kind of reddish, blackish.
Yeah.
And Harry Osborn had the same thing too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of don't see that happening.
again in the future, like in the movie.
But we might see a Harry Osborn.
Maybe not. Yeah.
No.
Oh God, what if it's the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Harry Osborn?
God, no.
Oh, that would suck. That would suck ass. So just to quickly recap, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn's in it, and it's played by Dane DeHaan, who's famously in Chronicle as the kid that like turned like psycho with his superpowers. So like, yeah, and he's Harry Osborn, and then he becomes Green Goblin, and it is the worst fucking thing you've ever seen on TV. Like, it's just nasty and ugly. I mean, he's in like him being Green Goblin lasts as long as Topher Grace being Venom. So it lasts just for like a few minutes. Like, it's not long. It's only for the third act.
Oh man,
maybe.
Topher Grace Venom.
Guess anything will happen.
Before Tom Hardy Venom just rolls up and says, "Nope."
Nom nom nom.
Fucking eats him. God.
Yeah, sorry
That'd be
about trying
funny.
to sound like King Shark there for a minute.
Oh man, let's get a fucking
Nah, you're good, man.
Sylvester
That's a good movie.
Stallone in the MCU as a character similar to Groot, so we can just have Sylvester Stallone and Vin Diesel say one phrase at each other multiple times. I am Groot. I am Groot. King Shark is a shark.
Even though he didn't say that in the movie.
Did not say that in the movie, but I could. Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
but
but it
it was
was an
the
animated movie,
Apocalypse
right?
War.
Like, I remember you talking
yeah,
about this in a recent
it was
episode.
the full-on reboot, or like the impetus for the reboot,
Yeah.
so DC can make animated movies again with a different continuity.
Yeah.
Right.
Which man, he was the best part of that movie because that movie was hard to get through.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's on. I think it's
Check
on
it out,
HBO
but
Max.
be warned.
I've been meaning to check it out, but
superheroes from DC are going to die or get mangled, and there is going to be no fanfare.
Yeah, and
I think Booster Gold gets either he's
oh no,
already
Booster
dead,
Gold!
or
I
he
can
is
already see it.
brutally murdered on.
I don't think I saw Booster Gold in there.
He may have already been dead, and like we just see a corpse or something. Or maybe he's not part of it.
Because
Here
all I
lies
can
Booster
remember
Gold.
is
Yes, he was in this movie.
basically they go to fight Darkseid, but then he basically it just goes crazy on all of them. Like
Yeah.
he was anticipating that they would show up.
Yeah, and then he kills a bunch of them, but then captures a bunch of them and makes them his like crew. So like Batman becomes his like right-hand man. He shoves Cyborg into a wall and makes him a supercomputer. He takes the Flash and turns him into a human battery. He mangles Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Starfire,
Damn.
and a bunch of other characters and makes them his like elite fighting force.
Man, it was really rough. It was like
It was painful.
yeah, it was like a Avengers Infinity War in Endgame, but in DC.
Yeah.
But it was more like whoa.
Like remember the dread
Damn.
and just like pain that you felt during the 5-year time skip of Endgame? It's that for the entire movie.
Pretty
But
much.
yeah, and there's no big portal scene where everyone comes back to really like reinstill your faith in this like universe. Because like they do save the day, but at that point everything is lost to the point where the only way to sorta kinda save the day is for Barry to run back in time in Flashpoint and start it all over again.
Yeah.
It is not. Although you do get to see more John Constantine, which he was one of the coolest characters in that whole franchise.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Back to
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Spider-Man. So if we're talking about like characters like predictions, I
Yeah.
do think
I mean, we did
that
see him,
John
get
Favreau's
surrounded by
Happy Hogan's gonna die.
SWAT or whatever they call it. Like he's yeah, he was surrounded by a bunch of
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
like
think
in the
we're
trailer.
gonna get an introduction to like
He's surrounded by some people.
super powered individual like strike teams, like teams of people who are specifically designed to capture and contain supers.
It's fuck maybe. I'd say like Sword, but I think Sword's like a whole different like organization.
Because they're sentient weapon operation something something.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say
You guys have any
maybe
predictions that
Happy
some people might
Hogan
die?
or supposedly Aunt May or MJ or something. Who knows?
And I hope
My money is. I think one of the Spider. I think either
Yeah, if they're in the
Toby or
movie.
Andrew's gonna get
go
killed.
full heroic sacrifice at the end.
Oh man,
Yeah,
oh
I could
god,
totally see like Tobey
I would
Maguire.
be
Like he
so
came back
emotional if
just
that
for this
happened.
movie, just get killed off.
How does he die? He gets hit by a train.
Oh god.
That would suck. I've seen memes where it's like someone like is like falling off a building, and they're like falling and falling and like they're screaming for help, and it's like a Spider-Man. It's like I'll come save you, and then it's fucking Andrew Garfield, and you're like, oh fuck, I might
I hope
die.
they don't kill MJ. I really hope they don't. Yeah, because one, I love Zendaya. Zendaya's great. Like yeah.
like
But,
Zendaya.
two, I just really like her character and the relationship she has with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I really don't want that to happen because this boy's already been
Right.
through enough. Like he lost his pseudo father figure. He lost half of the Avengers who he was friends with. He lost Uncle Ben because they did mention
Yeah.
Uncle Ben in what? Well, no, they actually didn't mention Uncle Ben in Homecoming.
The
They
Homecoming.
mentioned Uncle Ben in What If in the zombie episode. So
Yeah.
Ben like, outright says Uncle Ben. So it's like,
Oh,
he exists
yeah.
in the MCU.
Yeah. Well, because I think in Homecoming, there was a line where Pierre is like, come on, man, leave my
it was
aunt alone.
that,
She's
and
had
plus
she's
in
had a
Far
hard
From
time.
Home, he's using Uncle Ben's suitcase.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't notice that.
I have to rewatch.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Far From Home in like
Yeah,
2
'cause if
years. It's been a long time.
Go ahead.
Okay, just rewatched
What was
it
that?
recently.
Mm.
Brad, what'd you say?
Anthony, you were saying something?
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
while Peter in Far From Home is like packing his suitcase, if you look on the thing, as soon as he closes it, you see the initials BFP, which is Ben Parker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I have to get around to rewatching the Far From Home at some point.
Before No Way Home comes out, they would just put both Spider-Mans on Disney Plus, so you could watch Homecoming and Far From Home.
I think Sony and Disney has struck another deal where
Yeah, at some point.
like the Spider-Man movies are gonna be on Disney Plus. Like we're gonna see
Yeah,
like
and then-
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
And
They
then
made
we're
Spider-Man
supposed to
1 and
get
2
Venom
like, on
and
the Disney
Morbius
Plus.
plus Venom Let There Be Carnage on there at some point too.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I wonder how Morbius is
Yeah,
gonna
especially
fucking turn
seeing
out.
Michael Keaton.
Because
in the
Morbius is a
trailers.
real roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's that like
Go
that's
ahead.
Adrian Toomes, like Vulture. And then I think it because I think it, so. I've only seen I saw half of the trailer, and I saw when I went. I saw it maybe a couple of Sundays ago. I went to go see Eternals, and we walked in as it was playing the Morbius trailer, and you catch a glimpse of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and I think you're supposed to catch a glimpse of the Oscorp Tower from the Amazing
Yeah, that
Spider-Man.
is a very
So
good
it's kind of hard
question.
to tell like where
Where
the Morbius takes place.
Because in the trailer, they kind of mention the San Francisco incident and whatnot. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Because he says like he's like I am Venom. Just kidding. I'm a doctor.
Or will to the one theory of, oh man, they're just gonna make a live action Spider Verse and mush all them together. But if
Right.
everything just comes to the MCU, that lends credence to, oh no, everything's just in the MCU now. So Morbius is just gonna be in the MCU.
Right.
yeah, because in the trailer for Morbius, you can see him walking
Cool.
down the street in a prisoner outfit, and you see a poster of Spider-Man, but it's the Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit, and that murderer spray painted on there.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah, the Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi suit? I thought it was
Mhm.
I thought it was the PlayStation 4 suit.
Well, it looked so the way I thought it looked like because you know how like in like because there's a loading screen for for Spider-Man, and it's Spider-Man doing different poses, and whatever skin you're wearing in the game, that's the skin you see in the loading screen. It looked like as if you picked the Sam Raimi suit,
Yeah,
and it was like in that loading screen because that's like one of those poses.
and plus you could see the Daily Bugle newspapers too.
Uh,
Yeah, it's basically the same Daily Bugle logo they use
oh
in
yeah,
the Sam Raimi trilogy. Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
I'm posting a picture of it, Brad, on Discord. Give me 1 second.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, by this, yeah. Cause yeah. Oh, I'm still iffy on Morbius. It's like part of me wants to go see it just see if there's any more Spider-Man references, but at the same time, I don't care for the character. I don't care for Jared
Here's a
Leto.
question for you.
Like I could wait till it's
Have
on
you
streaming
seen-
service to watch it.
When you went to see Eternals, did you see the end credit scene?
Yeah.
Do you know who those two characters are? The one speaking off screen
Yeah,
and the one
yeah.
with the sword?
So with Dane DeHaan, Kit Harington, he's Marvel's Black Knight,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it
the
was-
character speaking
it was
is
confirmed.
Blade,
Yeah, it was confirmed that it was Blade
Marshalala
talking
Ali,
to Black Knight.
because he was. Go ahead.
So what do those two have in common, along with Morbius?
I don't know.
Both half vampire.
One's a knight, the other one's a
Spooky side
vampire
of
hunter
Marvel.
slash vampire.
All three of these guys are part of the spooky magical side.
Maybe.
So we might be getting a sub-universe of... Well, because you know how we had
Hmm.
the Defenders and like the Netflix whatever is technically sort of kind of part of the MCU, but like not really, but like it is.
Yeah.
We have that, and then we have this, where they all still take place in the MCU. They're just wildly disconnected from each other because they have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
Because
It's a roller coaster. I was gonna make a comment, but it would have spoiled the newest episode of Hawkeye, which I don't like. Anthony, you haven't seen the new episode,
what you
right?
were gonna say
Of
was,
Hawkeye,
I have a
episode
feeling
3.
I know what
Okay.
you're- I know what you're thinking. But
All right, hold
But
on.
with
I'm sure I'll cut this out.
this,
Uh,
the movies are becoming just like the comics.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I love that because in
yes.
order to enjoy some of these movies, you don't have to watch the last 30 something MCU movies. No, no, no. You only have to watch the ones in your sub universe, your subcategory. So if you want to watch the Morbius 2 when it
Right.
eventually comes out, all you gotta do is watch like Morbius, the Blade movie, and like Spider-Man Homecoming. And that's all you gotta know. And like bam bam bam. There you go.
Mm-hmm. But with this whole multiverse thing, like I'm sure it's a stretch, and we're probably never gonna see it. But maybe we'll
Oh
see
man.
Wesley Snipes as as Blade. I'm
That
sure
would
it's
be
not gonna
insane.
happen, but
When
God,
did that movie
I'll
come
fucking
out?
shit my pants.
Like, yeah, like 98 or 99.
Like the late '90s. Yeah,
Yeah, before he was Deadpool.
the whole Blade trilogy, which had Ryan Reynolds in the third movie.
Yeah.
Even before he was the Green Lantern.
Yeah, Blade
Oh
1998.
god. In a lame,
Yep.
lame version of Deadpool
Lame.
from yeah from yeah X-Men Origins.
Oh, X-Men Origins. God, you know what's fucking hilarious? So, I mean, because I remember watching X-Men Origins. And I'm like, oh, cool, Ryan Reynolds is in this. Had no fucking idea that was supposed to be Deadpool. Like, I knew who Deadpool was as a kid, but watching the movie, I had no fucking idea. Like, if I knew that his other name was Wade Wilson, I would piece that together. But it wasn't until like the first movie, first Deadpool came out. I'm like, oh shit.
Movie, I had no idea who Deadpool was or who Wade Wilson was. And early on, he's like wisecracking, and he's like the
Right.
funny guy in this group of stoic badasses. And I what? Can you hear me?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said my name like you were trying to get my attention.
Yeah. No, I
But,
hear you.
He's the funny guy in this group of stoic badasses. And
Oh, no,
I was
no.
super happy. I was like, oh man, this guy's great, this guy's hilarious. And then halfway through the movie, they cut out his vocal cords, stitch his mouth shut, and make him a monster. It's like, oh man, they wasted a good character.
Exactly.
No. No, I was on board with everyone else who was upset about them ruining Deadpool.
They're like, oh.
I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Deadpool. Great. I heard I think there's a rumor or like a petition online for Deadpool to replace
Yeah.
Stan Lee
It
for the
would be,
cameos.
but I don't know if that would ever happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ryan Reynolds has the time to do all that. Because I mean, Stan Lee could, because he was retired. He was old as shit. He had nothing
Ryan
to do.
is doing other stuff, so it's like, nah.
Like Ryan Reynolds is in his prime.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds has a lot on his plate. Like supposedly we're gonna get Deadpool 3 and
Oh yeah.
Free Guy Part 2 and Detective Pikachu Part 2, which I heard it's not gonna happen.
Maybe a sequel to
I
The
want a
Proposal
good
or Green Lantern.
movie.
Well, we are
Go ahead.
getting a HBO Max series on Green Lantern, but it's not the Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart version. Yeah.
I think it's just a Green Lantern core. Like it's the whole thing. But we're hitting the we're hitting the point where we're gonna end it. So we're gonna wrap it up soon. We're gonna wrap it up now.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
That's right.
excited.
I mean, there's,
Definitely.
I guess,
Hands down.
I don't know. I'm looking for the movie. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's gonna be a great
Well,
review
hey, I'm
once,
gonna see it like 3 days after
sometime
you
after
see it.
Brad sees it.
I basically
So,
seen a day before you guys.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
So we'll be able to talk about it. Like maybe we'll be
yeah.
able to squeeze something in before Christmas.
Well, I was predicting we'll
Yeah,
record after
sure.
Christmas, but yeah, if we have time before Christmas, I'm sure we'll come up with something. Also, it's kind of funny, I guess, real quick.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Over in the UK, they're getting the movie before the US. And apparently, UK comic book fans were mad because the United States was spoiling Venom. So now the UK has their chance to get revenge. So whenever I'm gonna look up whatever the day that movie it comes out in the UK, and then that's when I'll delete all my
Just
social
mute
media, like the apps, and not go
every
on it
use
until I
of the
see the
word
movie.
Spider Man, Spider hyphen Man, J. Jonah Jameson, Tom Holland, Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire, Venom,
Tobey
Marvel
Maguire, Peter
Comics, or
Parker.
MCU.
Yeah, basically on the week of Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
completely stay off of Facebook, YouTube, everything because I don't want to know anything. I just want to go in this movie completely surprised and kind of blind. But yeah, because I did that with Star Wars a couple
Yeah.
times and Avengers, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to know anything. Don't say anything. Just keep me surprised.
Oh yeah. Anyways, to wrap up the episode, thank you for listening to the Casual Drink and Play podcast. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe and share.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, that's it. I'm sure
Yep.
we'll be back around when
Later.
the movie comes out. We'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.